Okay. Feeling a little more well rested than I did yesterday. So hopefully we'll have a little more puzzle success. Although I think I had a couple breakthroughs. Well, for sure I had one breakthrough as I switch back to my game here. I did get a solve off stream of heavy words, and I'll wait for maybe a few more people to get in here before we go over that. I think I might also have a solve for platformers. So we've got a couple here that I think I might have solved off stream. We'll go over those. We'll recap those a little bit later. But let's go ahead and start with a new puzzle here that I have not looked at yet. The Pit. New puzzle time. Let's get it started fresh off with something brand new. As we continue our theme of puzzles on the right side of space, we've got another one involving fall. This time, star is fall. Star is fall and push. And this time, moon is you. Okay. Flag is win. Door is sink. Cloud is stop, skull is defeat. So cloud is stop and skull is defeat. It looks like those two are not going to change. It also looks like door is sink is not going to change, at least not until you get past the door. Nothing is float as far as I can tell. So we have access to moon is you, and we have access to star is fall and push. And we have access to an and. The first thing that I'm curious to test, I don't know that we've ever had a situation where something that is you is also fall. And I kind of just want to see what happens. Because skull is defeat. Does the... It wouldn't help us, it wouldn't necessarily solve the puzzle for us, but I'm curious to see if we can somehow skip defeat by making ourselves fall. That seems like a fun thing to test. Also, I'm not sure if I'm able to do it. No, I can do it. I just push fall in from the bottom. So if we do this, what happens? It does do what I thought. So even though there is an animation that's happening that makes it look like the moon is moving past the skulls, in reality, we're essentially just skipping a time step. We're not skipping a time step. We're going from a time step where we are above the skulls to a time step where we're below the skulls. And there's actually no actual, we are not residing on any of the in-between squares. This is my intake of the game. There could be some details that I'm missing, but based on the way that I'm thinking about the game so far, that I think makes sense. Now, again, it doesn't help us with the puzzle because we're sort of stuck here at the bottom. But it's a fun thing to know about, and maybe will come in useful. We'll see. Let's reset. Part of the fun of this game is just finding out what you can do. Because there's a lot of solutions that involve just doing something that, you know, or at least as I've started to watch other people play some of the earlier puzzles that I've managed to solve, I'm noticing, especially on the ones that I found to be rather straightforward, some people will just simply overlook something very simple like making, or at least what seems simple to me, where you make, you know, Baba is you, but also Baba is win, right? That's not necessarily something that just straightforwardly occurs to people or every person who just, like, you might assume that there has to be something else that has to be the win. So it's good to try and not just assume that something's going to happen. Like if I make myself fall, I'm going to hit the skulls and be defeat. Yeah, it turns out it doesn't quite work that way. So what can we do? What can we do? Door is sink. Door is sink. So we need something, whether it be a piece of text, because in this case, text is not float. So we could use a piece of text, or we could use the star potentially. Because it seems like maybe what you want to do is do something like we just did. I think the thing that we just did is potentially part of the solution, because it feels like you might want to cause the star to fall past the skulls and then make star U. You would have to say star is not fall before you make it U, but that's easy enough. Because if we could do that, if we could get star beyond the skulls and then make it U, the only remaining challenge is to get one piece of text to sink into the door for us. So can we accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish here? We can start by disabling this. Actually, I need that. Just trying to get some things out into space here where they're not getting cornered. That should be good enough. So now stars push. Okay. So let's say we put star here. Now, because theoretically it should be fairly straightforward to say star is fall, and then to say star is U. What we need is one piece of text to go along with us. Oh, what if... Do I need either of these ands? I wonder if I need either of these ands. I might be overthinking this. Let's try to just go one step at a time. Let's just try to get... What text is expendable here? We can probably say... We can probably do at least one of these that's like right here. And I'm thinking we might do something like this. I'm thinking we might do like this guy. Like this. Okay, so one of the problems, though... Well, it's not necessarily a problem. It's not necessarily a problem. Hey, you're way too tired for Bob. I thought you were wondering where to get a key for the door. Door is sync in this case. No key required. Which in one way maybe is a little easier. We just need a piece of text. That's our key. So is it as simple as... Is it as simple as... Like, how many pieces of text do I actually have here? Let me think about this. Can I push... Like, what if I put this guy here? This is not going to be nearly close enough. If I'm also going to make star is you, which is what I want to do. But I could have the star push some of the text, right? Like, if the star were actually... I think this is actually... Hold on. Let's back it up here. Let's back it up to... I think we actually back it up to... I want to be able to push the star, and then I want to be able to make the star fall. So let's just keep backing it up here all the way to where the star is back out. I actually want, I think, both... I want the two ands in front. So I want an and here like this. Now I want star is push. Actually, I want it over here, I think. I think I want it like this. Because now I don't need star is push anymore. I just need... No, I need to be able to make both. I can't switch because I'm not going to be able to switch back. So I actually need star is U to be up here. Which is okay, because I can still disable it, right? Should be doable. The problem is, though, I want this to actually come from the other side. Because I need to be able to push the ands down. And if my moon is on that other side, if it's on the left side, it's going to break moon as U. It feels like we might be close here, SK. Feels like we might be in the right spot. I have not seen an obvious pitfall yet. So now we should be able to say... We just want to break... Actually, now we do want this... Oh, I can do that, right? Because if I do this, it does send me to the left side. So now the star should be... I should be able to do a situation now where... Ah! That. And now back like this. Right? Ta-da! Let's go. The pit defeated. Excellent, excellent. A win indeed. GG. Feels good to get off on the right foot. Which we kind of did do yesterday, I have to say. Yesterday, we started with actually a bonus puzzle. And we managed to solve Existential Crisis. That was our only actual on-stream solve. Even though I think I got two of the ones that I was stuck on stream. I got them later. I'll recap those in a little while still. We'll keep going with the fresh puzzles for now. I'll just wait for a few more people to come along for the ride. Let's keep on the new puzzle train though. Guardians. Let's check it out. Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that what we got here? UFO is... What do we have here? UFO is move. Oh, okay. So if I wait... Ah, okay. All right. These are our Guardians. Guardians of the Wind. A lot going on here. Let's see if we can parse it. Cloud is stop. Cloud is stop. Ice is shut. Ice is shut. Does that mean I'm not allowed to move? No, that's not what ice... That's not what shut means. Ice is not stop. Stop would not allow me to move, but ice being shut is not the same thing. That's interesting that ice is shut. Why does it give me that? Baba is you. Empty is empty, and ice is ice. UFO... Oh, UFO has UFO. And UFO is open. UFO is also move and defeat. Text is pull. Okay, I hadn't got around to the stuff in the middle. I was looking at all the like stuff that's set in stone. Text is pull. I see. That's how we get our win condition. I was like, how do we get our win out of the place that it's stuck at there beyond the UFOs? UFO is move and defeat. UFO has UFO. And UFO is open. UFO is open. UFO is open and ice is shut. They're giving us access to another ice keyword. So we theoretically could do text is ice. Wouldn't get us anywhere, but could also say text is empty, but again, really can't transform text. Generally, I haven't seen a case yet where that is something that can help you, because you can't select which text. You don't get to choose which text unless you're like syncing a single piece of text. All right, so text is pull. We could also say empty is pull, and we could say ice is pull. We have to find a way to grab our win. We have to find a way to grab win from behind the UFOs. Because there's no way that we're getting there, right? There's no way. And they've set it up so that UFO has UFO, which means that we are not able to just, you know, oh, they're not. Why did I think UFO was sink? It's UFO is open and ice is shut. So then if we do say, what are we supposed to do here? I guess we start by fooling around. We start by messing with some shit. What happens if we say empty is pull? Does that mess with the UFOs at all? Now I'm gonna wait. It locks the UFOs in place. However, I think it might also lock us in place. Except we can kind of use one of the lessons that we've learned before about the way that empty works. So when empty is pull, it's a little like when empty is push, in that I can't move to the left or the right because I have a continuous string or a continuous sequence of empty blocks that terminates in something that is stop. In the case of left, it's the edge of the map. In the case of right, it's a cloud. Two things that are stop are at the end of the sequence of empties. The same thing goes for up. I can't go in the direction of up because empty, the string of empties ends in the edge of the map. The only case where that's not true is down. Because actually there's no empty blocks at all. So it might not be true for the reason that I thought. We actually have the empty word, we have the text word, and then we have the ice. So nothing below me, directly below me, is empty, which allows me to move in that direction, which in this case disables empty as pull. Okay. So what we should test then, I want to test and see if, because one of the things, okay, let's test this from another direction. So let's pull, maybe I just restart. Let's just make it easy on ourselves and restart here. So let's get rid of this, And let me go like this, so I'm in this square instead. Now, I would think that I could move down because there is an empty block, but then there's ice. Not the case. So if I make empty pull, it's not the same as empty as push, where I can like push the train of empty blocks into something that is not empty and also not stop, which is important. Stop seems to be a big barrier for movement. But in the case of empty as pull, it acts like any other thing being pull. I cannot push something that is pull. I don't know if I've ever had something be both push and pull. That might be... I don't know if those would override each other or if they would just conflict, or maybe they would just both apply. But in this case, we don't have to worry about that. What we do have to worry about is how do we... Because what we need... I'm guessing if I move these down a square or a row, if I move them down here, now I can get to the ice, right? I can get to the ice. I just can't move through empties. And also, the fact that there is an empty block above empty as pull here means that I'm trapped. I can't get out. So... it's almost like they want us to engineer some scenario where the ice is all in a row up to the win. Is that the goal here? How many squares of ice do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a 5x4 minus the one in the middle, which is 19, which is more than enough, right? It's more than enough to get to win. Although I'm not sure how I would pull. Unless I say I can't transform empty into ice. Empty is empty. Also, ice is ice. So there's no switching back and forth at all between... I don't think I'm supposed to do any sort of transformation here. So the question is, if I am to get win out, I think I need the ice. The ice has to extend all the way up there, right? And then I have to make... Huh. They're giving us an extra is, which suggests that I'm able to make two things pull, right? I'm able to make both text and empty pull, or text and... Oh, that's interesting. Actually, okay, I don't actually need the ice to go up to win. Because if empty is pull and text is pull, let's test this. I think I have on idea. Let's just put this down here for now. I did not grab that. Let's go like this. Like this, actually. Ah. No. Hold on here. Maybe I need... Hold on here. I need actually you to go one square back. God damn it. Text as pull is interesting. Oh my god. I guess I could disable it. I guess I can disable it, but I don't want to disable it. Shit. I guess I have to do it like... God damn it. No, I know I can't do that. Let's put this over here like this. This might be the way. This might be the way. No, but I want... Oh, shit. How do I... Actually... This is actually much harder to set up than I was expecting. I'm just trying to activate both empty as pull and text as pull while I am on the column that contains win. That's all I want to do, because I want to see... Oh, but there's going to be a problem with this. I can already see a problem. I can already see a problem. Let's reboot. Because I think what I'm actually supposed to do is I actually need to create a sheet of ice here in this area. I want a sheet of ice here that will allow me to kind of move around freely while having empty equal push, or empty is push, so that I can't, well, sorry, empty is pull. Because what that will allow me to do is there should be, if the UFOs are like this, I should have a column of empty that extends from Win to Baba. And if I'm assuming that there is ice where Baba is as well as below, then I should be able to kind of just take a step like this to pull down once, step back up, pull again, step back up, pull again, and so forth. Now, is that going to create any problems at all? Let's find out. Let's just try to do what I'm thinking. So we're gonna do ice is pull. We'll start with that. We don't need text to be pull right now, so this is fine. And just bring over... I feel like I might only need like 2. I think I might only need 2. Not sure. But let's start with that. So let's make that. It might be easier to have more because that way I don't have to like set up the text in this little corner. So maybe we make a lot more. Like maybe I just go ahead and just pull. The only thing is, it's a little hard to get everything together. I probably don't need to be this particular about this. Shit. Is this good enough? No, I still need at least one to be like this. Shit. Is that good enough? Let's try it like this. Now I should be able to engineer a scenario where I'm on the ice and I engage both empty is pull and text is pull. So we should be able to do this, and this. So now I should be able to go like this. But text being pull is a problem. I need one more piece of ice. So let's put this over here. Take this out. I need one more piece of ice to my right. So I actually want this piece of ice here to be... Shit, how do I put it down? I need to actually just go like this. Now we have it. One small thing, one small detail. I need the UFOs to be like this. Come here. Come here. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I'm trapped. So I need that to be there. And now I need empty as pull to go away. That's the problem. Okay. Except I can pull it in here. Shit, text is not pull anymore. Okay, we need a little bit more ice rearrangement. We are very close, though. We are very close. We just need to switch. Is it just as simple as switching where text and empty are? I think it might be. So let's just do a whole big old backup here. I don't want to do a full reset. Let's just switch text and empty. Because I think that might work. I did not do the UFOs correctly. One time step. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. And... thank you for the hydrate, Blake. I will get that in just a moment because I think what we have here is a victory hydrate. I think we have a victory hydrate because all I need to do now is say... ice is win, and we win. Let's go. Victory hydrate time. You are just in time, Blake. GG. Guardians defeated. Guardians escaped. Oh, man. We're starting off good today. Yesterday was a little rough. I was operating on very little sleep trying to do puzzles. Not the best idea. Sleep was achieved much better last night, so... Puzzle Brain, we're off to a good start here. 2 in a row. Good stuff. That feels good. I'm gonna just sit here and bask for a moment in the victory of 2 somewhat tricky puzzles. I think that one was a little more mechanically tricky than it was necessarily having like a key insight. And I think in general I do better on those puzzles. The ones that are more about how do I align the words and the ice and all the different things on the board correctly so I can just maneuver things. I gravitate to those much, much more easily in general. Feels good, man. Should we go to another new one? I think so. I still want to go back and try 9 because I think I have a solution for it, but I am sort of waiting until some of the people who were here yesterday and saw me stuck on it. Just want to give it a little while longer. But we'll come back to it eventually here. Let's do another. Let's see if we can stay on a roll with the new puzzles. Let's check out Skyhold. We're back over to the empty puzzles. So empty is a lot of fun, but it can be quirky. Okay, let's get settled into the new puzzle here. Baba is you. Flag is win. Door and wall is stop. Door is door. Box is box. Box and key is push. Empty is empty. Those are all our kind of immutables. We also have the access to the phrases key is open. Box has key. door is shut. And we also have empty is keywords. What's our goal here? Door is shut, key is open. Box has key. Box is push. So the problem is box is not open. Box is not open. So we don't get to just push the box into the door. We need to, I think we need to destroy the box so that we can get a key. Because otherwise, I don't think we can make anything else open other than empty. We could say empty is open, but I don't think that empty can actually open anything. Because the way empty works, empty does not actually, like, you can't push empty onto the door. Once you push empty onto a square that is not empty, it ceases to exist, I think. I could be wrong. The first difficulty here I'm seeing is, how do I get a damn key? How do I get a damn key? We can fool around with this stuff here. So we could actually say door is not shut, but door is still stopped, so that doesn't keep us from walking by the door. So it's not as easy as that. We also can't transform the door because door is door. Can't transform the door, can't transform the box. Also can't transform empty. So they're taking away a lot of our toys. I just want to play with my toys. Why puzzle? Why? Why must you do this? Box has key. We could say box has empty, but that still does not stop us from, or does not get around the problem of opening the damn box. We got to figure out how to open the damn box. What happens if we say empty is open? I have no idea what happens when we do this. I feel like it's not going to do anything because I can't actually, it doesn't change anything, right? No, that's what I would have thought. How do I break the box? Oh, I think I might know how to break the box because empty is open could be a thing. If we say box is shut. Oops. Now, I should be able to push the box, and it opens. Okay. Progress. Now, how do we get back to saying that box has key? What if we say empty has key? Key is push. Door is stop. Door is not shut. Door is shut. Key is open. Flag is win. 3 in a row, baby. 3 in a row. Let's get this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Space ain't got shit. Out of here, space. All right. I am now going to review the puzzles that we did yesterday. I've delayed long enough. So if you were here at all yesterday, you would have seen some or all of me being stuck on both 9 and 11. I went back to both of these off stream. I was still stuck on 9, but I may have had an idea last night. I did, however, manage to get a solve while I was just kind of fooling around, pushing around the words. Now, can I remember how I did that solve? Let's see. I think the realization that I had on this one is that I was stuck on the fact that they give you the weak keyword. I'm starting to get a little bit more used to the fact that they often present you with red herrings. They'll give you stuff that is really not necessary or really not part of a solution, or if it is, it's another alternate solution that I did not see. What I found is a way to do this without having weak. So we don't need to make dust is weak. All we have to do is make dust is push. That's the key. And that is actually very doable here. So what we can start with is star is push. If we can make dust is push, we don't really need the star, which is good because star is defeat. So if we can get star out of the way like this, that's good for us. So what we want to do now is we want to maneuver a scenario. I think we want to maneuver a scenario where star is no longer push, and we don't really need access to the star, so we just want to do okay, so I might have missed a step here because I do want to make the phrase dust is push, which means I kind of need push to go in first, right? I kind of need push to go in first. So how did I actually do this? Is that not what I did? I thought for sure that's what I did last night. Now I'm forgetting how I solved this. It'll be funny if we were able to solve 3 in a row, brand new puzzles, but I actually get stuck on one that I have theoretically solved. The irony. How did I do this? I did something where I had the star pushed over here, and I think I also pushed the text star over here. Let me restart here. Oh, I think that might be how I did it. No, but I need star is push to be a thing at some point. Oh, I know. I remember now. I remember. We got there. We do it like this. We do this, and we say, you get out of here. It actually doesn't matter, I don't think. That can go either way. And then we say, you get the heck out of here. So now we set up a scenario. Now we do not want to transform moon into dust, so we get we do this first. Then we do this, and we do that. Then we do this, and we do that. And we do this. And now I say, did I screw this up? Might have screwed this up. I think I slightly screwed up. Hold on a second here. We've got to actually, I think we've got to actually do... Shit, do I actually push... I actually do push this one out first, don't I? Because I need dust to fall in first. And then I need is to fall in. So we put this here. Crap, how did I... Freaking heavy words. I might not need to do the full solve here if I can't put together exactly how I did this. I feel like it was... I want dust to fall in first so we can do... Oh, except I can't transform. I need that not to happen. So maybe this is what we do? Maybe we do this. No, but I need wind to happen at some point. I need also moon is win, right? I do need to make a win condition. Which means that I did screw this up slightly. Dang, how the heck did I do this? How the heck did I do this? I was in like a flow state last night apparently, and I don't remember how I freaking did this. Okay, we're gonna come back to this one. Let's just pretend, let's just move on here. If somebody asks, how did I solve this? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This one, let me look at this one again. I think I might have had an idea on this. I think I've had an idea on this. As often is the case, the puzzles that I'm stuck on usually usually come down to overlooking something that is very obvious. And one of those things that Sparky was giving me a very good hint about, a hint that took a while to click, but it finally clicked late last night. And his hint was to think about why, one of the things he tries to ask is why things are placed the way that they are at the start of the puzzle. And I think what he was getting at was the fact that the word open here, the word open is positioned in such a way where they make it look like you have a little less room than you actually do. Because you can actually move this away. You only need to move open to right here. Because at the end, we need to have this phrase say, Kiki is fall and push and open. So we just need a little space right here for and, but we can move this open out of the way. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to, let me see here. Dun, dun. So I want the rocket to be here. I want the rocket to be here. And we use the and. But what I think now that I can do, now that I've moved this open out of the way, it's actually, I think, very straightforward to simply, not yet. I don't want to push Kiki all the way to the top just yet. We can do this, but now we can do this. And what that does is it allows me to get around this dang cloud. Not like that, but like this. And like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. And now, well, stay right there. One thing first. We got to get our UFO into position. Because I need you right there. Now, I do this. And I set up Kiki where she needs to be. And we say, UFOs push. Haha. Haha. And now, the thing, we did that many times yesterday, but we were in all these situations where the and keyword was lost to us. Not so much in this case. In this case, we created, we created the room that we needed to get to the end. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that. Number puzzles cleared out on space. Let's freaking go. Hell yeah. Okay. Had the breakthrough on that one. Feels good. I mean, gosh, we're an hour into the stream and we've got 4 solved puzzles. Let's keep it going here. Extra puzzles, likely to slow down that streak, but we'll take a look anyways. We're going from heavy words here to heavy cloud. Still don't know how I solve this. Maybe I should look at this one more time. It is bugging me. Thank you for the GG. But it is bugging me that I was not able to get this, even though I know I got it last night. I know the key is to make moon is win, and also to make dust is push. How do I do that? How did I do that? I'm pretty sure that I just had moon is win right here. Moon is win. Did I start with that? Maybe I could just start with that. There's just some little thing that I'm missing here. Some little sequencing that I am overlooking. Oh, I think I know what it is. Maybe I don't. Star is defeat. Star is defeat, so I need to be able to push the star out of the way. And the only way that I can make star is push that also allows me, still allows me access to this area is to go like this, right? I think that's the only way. Yeah, I feel like I did it like this, and I pushed this guy into the corner. Just to get him out of the way. And then I did this to get this guy out of the way. I could have sworn. I also feel like I made dust is push right here. And then I used that to push the dust. Is that not what I did? Oh, but I can do that if I'm not... I'm trying not to call myself stupid here. If I'm not being a dingus, of course I can do that, because I can just do this. Don't be a dingus. Very important not to be a dingus. Let's do... this. And then this, and then this, and this. So now, we do push dust into the corner. We do push it like this, because that allows us to go like this. Alright. Took me a second, but we got there. That was the solve. Okay. Let's take a look at Heavy Cloud. See what we got. Thank you for the GGs. Puzzle Brain has been much more engaged this morning. Sleep. Sleep is a magic pill. Okay, this level is a little different. This one is a little different. There are some similarities. But the key difference here is this wall, which is not going to allow us to use any of this text in getting to the moon. At least not the blocks of text. Whatever we do with this text has to happen here. I guess it could also happen to the left, theoretically. But one way or another, this text is not going to come into play like it did last time, where we were able to do stuff with it here. We also don't have a star blocking our way, so that is another difference. Let's think about this one. Belt is shift. Text is fall and float like it was before. Wall and cloud is stop. Rocket is you. Star and dust is defeat. Also, dust is dust, so no transforming the dust. So I think once again, we have to make the moon our win condition. We can't make dust the win condition because dust is defeat. And we have tried the situation where dust is, or something is both defeat and win, and it doesn't work. Star is also defeat, but star is not star, which means we can potentially, theoretically, we could transform the star. However, this wall being in the way here, I don't think it's going to allow us to transform the star. So it looks like we might need... How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? We cannot make dust push at this time. Dust is not allowed to be push. So we kind of need to make dust weak. One, two, three, four, five. This wall is just high enough to prevent us from stacking all the text up in a way that allows us to push one over. I guess we also have the barrier of being 2 squares away. So they really have prevented us from taking any of these text blocks over into this area. Which I think means that star cannot be transformed. It also means wall and cloud is stop. Text is fall and float. Rocket is you. Dust is defeat. How in the heck are we even supposed to create a scenario Oh, if dust is weak, never mind. If dust is weak, we can just destroy the dust, right? No, that's not how that works, is it? I mean, let's try. I don't want to transform the moon into dust. Oh, okay. See, you gotta test these things out. Because I was already jumping to conclusions thinking that dust is weak means dust is weak sort of gets rid of the fact that dust is defeat. Because it's again one of these time step things or the order of operations. The check for the weak condition is happening before the check for the defeat condition. Which I don't think is reflected in the order of the rules here, unless the rules are being applied from the bottom up. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Now, I can't drop the text in like this. I can't drop the text in like this because I also need to make moon as win. So can I just drop them on the other side? Can I simply say this? I'm thinking ahead to some difficulties that are going to show up here. One of the main difficulties is... The main difficulty is not being able to have... What am I thinking about here? I'm probably thinking about multiple things. I am thinking about multiple things, and I'm a little unsure which one to focus on. We need to get... I think we need to get this star to the dust while dust is weak. Because text is float, which means that text is not able to break the dust. We also need to say that moon is win. And I'm not sure that I can create a condition where moon is win at the same time that dust is weak. Because of the way that the words are arranged here, I don't know that that is possible. Because we can't build a crossword like we would normally, can we? Because of the fact that text is fall, they give us this little groove back here. Is that something I can use somehow? It doesn't seem like it. How do we do this? Can I get these words, star is push? Can I somehow get them here and push the star in? Because once I go past this point, I'm not getting out. But I don't know that I can actually, once I've made star is push in this manner, if I go like this, like I can't push this way, because then I can't actually push the phrase to the right. But I also can't drop in the next word, because then I can't get inside. Let's do a reset. They've set up push is star because that would allow you to create a scenario maybe that's good enough actually. If text is float, maybe this is fine. Maybe we just make this phrase like this, and we just push this in here. And even though text is float, this is still okay because why? Let's see if it's okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ah, see, it's not still fine because I need dust to be weak when I push the star in. But then I also need moon to be win. We have a dilemma. Which is why we have a puzzle. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Might be one that we come back to later. It is a bonus puzzle or an extra puzzle. And it does seem to be quite difficult. Is there something that I can do that I am just not thinking of? Is there some way, if I make dust as weak, is there something that I should do before I make dust weak? I could say that moon is dust, but that doesn't get me anywhere. I can't say dust is moon because dust is defeat and dust, so dust is dust. No transforming dust. Belt is shift, text is fall and float. Wall and cloud is stop, rocket is you. Can't make dust the win condition because dust is defeat. Can I somehow make star is win? Is that a thing I can do somehow, some way? If I can make star is push, I think there might be a way to make... I think there might be a way. There might be a way to make... What I'm thinking we might need to do... What I'm thinking we might need to do is somehow get... Instead of trying to get to the moon, we instead try to use the star as a building block that allows us to get something over this wall. Or use the star as a lifting block to get one of these pieces over the wall. It might be able to cut both ways. Realistically, I think we only need... But the thing is, we can't make star win. But potentially we could turn moon into star. Sorry, star into moon. And then make moon the win. Let's see if we can explore that. The first step is we have to get dust weak. So let's try to say dust... I'm not sure where we have to put this. But we'll start with this. Did I actually want... Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. How could we do this? Star needs to be push. Star needs to be push. Hold on. I do have to make star push. This is interesting. I think there's a different way to do this. I think there's a different way to do this. What if we did this? Not that. This. What if we do this? Now... This is still not gonna quite do what I want, is it? Because I have a 2 gap to cross. That's the issue. Like, I could maybe get access to one of these words. Like, if I do something like... If I do something like this... Fuck, how do you do this? This is an interesting idea, but the execution on it... Not sure if it's possible. How do I situate the words so that I can actually elevate one of these up into a position that I get it over this wall? Because I could clearly use the star like this, but I really can't, like... Like, I can do this, but then there's no, like, moving this over. It's almost like I need another star. Obviously, if I had another star, we'd be golden, right? So maybe the key is to make a phrase here. Maybe I do need to make, like, dusk is... Dust is weak, right here. That still doesn't cut it. No, I kind of need it. There's a couple problems. There's multiple problems with this. Because if I stack the text like here, if I say, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I push the 5th, and then I like to put the star here. 4 words and a star. Hold on. This might be one that we come back to later. Oh my god, I have to back this up so far. I've been moving around needlessly while thinking. Okay. So, like, say I have the star here, and I have 4 text blocks here. And I push the word moon right here. How am I gonna elevate it? Because I can't get down underneath the star to push it up. Shit. This is feeling less and less like a win, or feeling less and less like the right way to be thinking about this. I thought I was onto something. Let's come back to this one. That's pretty progress overall, though. Just the one bonus level left on space. I am more than happy with that. Feels good. So we can start a new world now. We can start a new world. Which one is 7? Is this one? Let's go ahead and jump to the flower garden, where we're growing our pumpkins and a random fungus. Flower garden. Let's check it out. Condition. Something new? Something new? New music. Flag is win. Kiki is you. Grass is not stop, but... Oh, there is something new. There is something new. I see an on, which I have not seen before. What does on mean? Kiki on grass is defeat. Kiki on grass is defeat. However, Kiki is not stop. Sorry. Grass is not stop. Grass and key is not you, but grass is not stop. So, we can push like this. Otherwise, we couldn't get out. Wall is stop, and door is stop and shut. Grass and key is not you. Key is open and push. Kiki is Kiki. This key on grass is very interesting. What does on? What funky things can we do with on? Obviously, we can break this. We could also break this. If we say grass is defeat, that's still this, right? So why does Kiki on grass? Does that on its own mean anything? No. So it looks like on is a bit different in that it sort of needs... It, I think, acts as a modifier to an actual entire phrase. It's not a connector like is. It's sort of more like and, I guess. We could say grass is key. This is just not a valid phrase. Kiki on grass is key doesn't make any sense. Is that why this is Xing out? If I move this away, can I say grass is key? I can. I was gonna say grass is not grass. We don't have a phrase saying grass is grass, so I can transform the grass. And then key is open and push. Now the problem is we can't really get Before we do that, let's play around a little bit more with this on keyword. What does this do? Can I say something like Kiki on? That is a fail. What? What? Gamer in crisis. How's it going, friend? I'm having a little bit of a what moment here as I learn a new mechanic. How you doing? We've been making good progress on the puzzle front this morning. Managed to solve like 3 brand new ones in a row, as well as finishing up some ones that we were stuck on, that I kind of had some epiphanies on last night. We got stuck on a bonus level, but that's no Nothing to be too distraught about. Bonus levels are tough. We're trying right now to learn a new keyword, though. This new keyword, on, is interesting. What exactly does it mean? If I do something like Kiki, not that. If I say something like key on Kiki is you, does it like, is it some sort of, this actually sort of breaks, it breaks the phrase Kiki is you somehow, which I just don't understand how it's doing that. I think I understand it now. This is saying that Key is you, but only when it's on Kiki. I don't exactly know how to digest all that, but I think that's what's happening. Is it's trying to make a new, instead of Kiki is you, it's trying to say Key is you, but only in the case where it's on Kiki. No idea what that means, but it's breaking the puzzle. It's super interesting, gamer. This is one of the best moments in this game. Learning new rules. What else can we do with on? What else could we do with on? We could say something like grass on Kiki is key. Is that a thing we can do? Could we make it so that when Kiki goes onto the grass, Kiki becomes a key? Does it like that? It's a phrase, but it's also not allowing it. That much does seem true, gamer. I've only tried a couple combinations, but so far they've both resulted in fails. This one is also a fail, but I'm not exactly sure why. It could be that it just is not a sensical phrase. Did I try that already? I'm not sure. The game started like this. The game started with this. So it's making something very similar to just grass's defeat. So the Kiki on grass seems superfluous because grass is still defeat no matter what. But it could be that it's some sort of scenario where you can end up with something that is not you, like a key, and you could say key on grass is defeat. This doesn't do anything in this case, but that could also be a legal phrase. But I just don't know exactly how this would work out. We have to open the door. Door is shut because we need to get to the flag, because flag is win. We need to find a way to open the door, which means we need a key because key is open. We can definitely transform the grass. We could simply transform the grass into keys, but that doesn't really do it for us because why? There's too many keys in the way. I can't actually push any of the keys where I want them to go. Like I can push this one. Now this could let us play around with the rules of on. Maybe we should do this and see what happens with on now. You think you know? Hold on to the thoughts for now. If you're thinking, just give me a little bit more time to kind of acquaint myself with what's going on here, and we'll see whether your theory pans out. What do I want to try? I want to try... What do I want to try? Maybe I don't want to transform stuff. I could say grass is you. I could say grass is you. Maybe I want this over here. I'm not sure. Now, if I say grass is you, can't do that because grass is not you. So we can't say grass is you. Grass and key, neither of those can be you. Especially since we haven't seen on before. We've really got to work out exactly what it means. So how do I best work that out? What's the best way to approach this without being too over complicated? We could say that, what if we say grass on Kiki is key? I'm gonna have to press, oh. Wait, what? Oh, I can transform the grass. I forgot about that. That's potentially helpful, but also, I think we might have lost our stuff that we need. Because how do I get keys now? How do I get keys now? Could I now say something like Kiki on Kiki? Maybe on is a phrase that has to do with what happens when one or more things are in the same square. So what happens if I do Kiki on... I did the same thing again. I have to get... Kiki is Kiki. That's fine. That's cool. I want to say... Can I say Kiki on Kiki is key? No, it does not want me to say that. Why? Kiki on Kiki is key. It doesn't... It's more like it has to have, like, I guess, a phrase here. I mean, not a phrase. A word like defeat or stop or shut. Is that the thing? It doesn't seem to like either of these phrases. I could put it in a different order. I could try saying... Start this over. What if we say something like... I'm not gonna put that in place just yet, but let's do this. What if we say Kiki is key on grass? Can we put on in that position? No. What about Kiki on grass is key? Doesn't like that either. Okay, what am I supposed to try here? What am I supposed to try here? They want me to generate a key, right? Because key is open. So we have to generate a key. I don't have access to has. So the usual shenanigans of has generating a key do not apply here. I can generate keys by saying, I can say grass is key, right? But if I do grass is key, that is not good. What if I say, so I said Kiki on grass is defeat. What if I say grass on Kiki is defeat? What if we just switch the modifier there? I think that's gonna mean that Kiki is defeat, which means I think we lose. But I'm still trying to work out what the heck on does. Eh. I don't need to... I'm trying to go in between the grass here. I don't have to do that. Oh. So can I get rid of the grass now? No. So either Kiki on grass is defeat, or grass on Kiki is defeat. It doesn't like when I do a phrase that involves grass on Kiki is key. I also can't, if I move this, then that's obviously defeat. So this on is, it is weird for sure. I am a little perplexed at the moment because it clearly is creating a scenario. Maybe it's not a clearly create. It's creating a scenario. I think it means that when we have a situation where one grid space has both elements, grass and Kiki. So grass on Kiki means that it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, if we actually were to walk on top of grass, the way that the animation, the way that the it's not animation, the way that the art style portrays the game here, Kiki looks like Kiki is on the grass. It looks like she's on the grass. But I think what on is really saying is when two objects inhabit the same grid space. But how does that help us? If we're not able to do something, like, what about... Let's just keep experimenting. Let's just keep experimenting here. Not legal. Grass on Kiki is you does not make sense. What about... Grass is Kiki on you. It's not doing the on part. The on did not light up. All it's doing is saying grass is Kiki. Do we have to do this? Is this... See, I feel like this should... Oh. Okay, let's try doing Kiki on Kiki. I have to push is you in a different... I have to put the Kiki is you in a different spot. I need it to be like over here like I did before so I don't break it. But what I want to say is Kiki on Kiki is defeat. I do want to transform everything, but I also want to say... So maybe we do transform everything first. So let's do that. And then let's say Kiki on Kiki is defeat. I feel like we didn't try this yet. That key is pushed in a spot where I'm not going to be able to use it, but I'm just testing right now. That did act the way that I thought it would act. Okay. Because we've now stacked up multiple Kikis. All of these Kikis that remain, except for the original, are all, like, stacked on top of each other, right? So any instance of a grid square, a grid space, that has Kiki on Kiki, which means at least two Kikis, that is a situation where defeat exists. And so when defeat exists, anything that is you goes kaput. I think that's the technically correct way to phrase that, based on my understanding so far. I just am not quite getting past the barrier of how do we get a damn key? Or at least, how do we get a damn key? I can clearly get plenty of keys, but I get them in such a way to where they are stuck, and I can't push them. Can I somehow defeat a whole bunch of keys? Maybe that's what we're supposed to do somehow. The thing that I'm running into is that it says grass and key is not you. So if you want to share what your understanding is, Gamer in Crisis, go ahead. I feel I've given it enough of a stab at it. If you're still here. You have 2 ideas coming to mind that might help. Let's go pick one of those. Pick one of those that you think is going to be more helpful. And let's start with one. If that sounds good. I'm going to reset this because I don't know that I can actually do anything from here, and we can get back to this pretty easily. So you're thinking that on is similar to not as far as phrasing. I don't know if I understand that. Maybe you can explain that a little more, because not feels like not seems more intuitive to me coming from a programming background where not is acting as a logical complement. And you can put it almost anywhere, provided it's not in front of an and or it's not in front of a is. It has to be in front of something that's not one of those operators. Oops. Can you phrase key is on Kiki? Okay. See, I was assuming that we couldn't do that. Key is on Kiki. I feel like based on what I know, I don't think that's going to do anything, but we should try. Don't assume until you've tried. Key is on Kiki. I don't think it wants to work like that. Okay, so at least that idea we can like, this is the good experimental sort of stage that we're in here. We need to try out the ideas, and a lot of them are not going to work, right? It's not that, at least it's not that kind of a logical modifier. I can't say I fully understand it yet. Not feels a lot more straightforward because it does have a direct, like if you are thinking in terms of Boolean logic, not fits right in. I don't know where on fits in Boolean logic. They start us off with Kiki on grass is defeat, which feels very similar to grass on grass is defeat. We cannot make anything other than Kiki you. Grass and Key are specifically not you. So they are preventing us from becoming anything but Kiki. We have access to a lot of grass. Lots of grass. Which we could make into a whole lot of keys. But if we're going to do that, we've got to do some work before that is the case. Or before we can actually do anything useful. Is your basic logic kind of on par with mine? My logic so far with on, my understanding, is that it's a check. It's a when it's going through the steps of building a rule, the on, I guess maybe this is where it fits into Boolean logic. When you have a phrase, if you say something like key on Kiki, it doesn't necessarily make a true or like maybe it has a true or false outcome to it, and it's evaluated based on the state of the board. So if I had, maybe grass on Kiki would be a better one to look at here. So we've said grass on Kiki. Right now, for every square on the board, that statement, grass on Kiki, is false. I might not be thinking about this quite the right way, but when I move here, I now have one square where grass on Kiki is actually true. Is that how you're thinking about it, gamer? Or do we have like some, maybe you have a little bit better grasp? Because it's not necessarily saying that this is... Because the full statement says Kiki on grass is defeat. You're doing the wording a little differently. Can you think of a phrase that I have not thought of yet? Do you have a phrase that you wanted to try that I haven't thought of yet? Because what I have been trying to do is create a scenario where what I thought I was getting with doing something like grass on Kiki is key is I thought that whenever Kiki stepped on a square that is grass, did that not work? Did I not try this before? I swear I tried this. I guess I didn't. Clearly, I did not specifically try this. What was I doing? Was I doing Kiki on grass is key? Let's try. Let's see how specific this is. We're gonna back it up here. Let me not reset. I don't want to reset straight out. Maybe what I tried was Kiki on grass is key. I clearly did not, Shock. I clearly did not. I'm glad I did. I know many times when I've been watching others try puzzles and I know what the solution is, and they try everything that's like just directly adjacent to the solution. And I'm sitting there like, no, you haven't tried the thing you need to try yet. It doesn't like that. It does not like that order. But it is perfectly fine with this order. Oh, well, very important here. Put this in place first. Now we're fine. Grass on Kiki is different from Kiki on grass. I keep thinking of Dr. Freezeburn, and Dr. Freezeburn in his chat would be having a very a very certain reaction to the idea of Kiki on grass. Okay, let me bring myself back into serious mode here. And I think I must have been doing the same, gamer. And those assumptions are such funny things. So why is this different? Why is this different? Can we explain? Can we figure out an explanation that makes sense as to why the ordering matters here? Why is grass on Kiki different from Kiki on grass? Does it have to do with the fact that Kiki is you? Maybe that's what it is? Can I flip grass and Kiki again? So you want the phrase, Kiki on grass is key, correct? It's gonna complain about this. Pretty sure. But this is what we tried. It's trying to evaluate it. So syntactically, I guess, it makes sense to have Kiki on grass is key in that order because it makes a theoretically logical phrase. However, the game is then it's like we're getting different levels of compiler warnings, maybe. We're you know what it is. Let me see if I can piece it together, and then I might ask you to fill me in. Kiki on grass is key. Kiki on grass. I think I get it too, gamer. I think I get it too. The reason for this is that the first the word in hold on a second here. The word that's at the top. The word that's at the top. This is our condition. This is our condition here. When this condition on grass is true, then this is true. I think this is an if statement. I think this is an if statement. If on grass, Kiki is key. And the reason that doesn't work, is Kiki is Kiki. I'm getting X's here because Kiki cannot be key. It's Xing out the whole thing, but it's really Xing out Kiki is key. Because Kiki is Kiki, no transformation. The other way around, when on Kiki or if on Kiki, grass is key. That's cool. That was a lot of fun, gamer. I am so glad you got to be here for that. And we both, I think, in our own ways, worked toward that same conclusion. It's just very weird seeing on, right? On, you don't think of as being if. Because clearly it's on. We should be able to solve this now. Because now they give us this space over here to just push the key. Oh, sorry. We can go back in. We'll set up. It's not that easy, or it's not that hard to. You might have some further labbing to do. We can go back. No problem. Let's recreate what we had here. One thing you want to test? Yeah, just let me know. Let me know what you want to do. Set up the winning phrase, the one that we had before, grass on Kiki is key. Then what you want to do is see if the order you set it up with affects if it can take effect. Explain. Put Kiki in first, then grass. That is very important because this would not work the same way. No, you're actually... It would actually work fine, wouldn't it? I was thinking... I forgot Kiki is Kiki. I was thinking, no, we're going to transform Kiki into a key, but the game stops us from doing that. So right now, this one is subordinated by Kiki is Kiki. Then we get this one into place, and now it's like, oh, cool, you want to do it that way? Yeah. Game on. How does it bring in the logic? Does it self-check the full phrase or not? Which it looks like it does. Yeah, because it's checking whenever there is a phrase that it accepts. And Kiki is key is a phrase that it would logically accept. It's just that we're overriding that with Kiki is Kiki. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. You would probably like this game, gamer. If you have not played this, which it sounds like you have not, obviously. Probably a game that you want on your wish list. Right, right, right. As soon as it has a logical phrase. You already bought it because of me? Nice. I've been getting quite a few people back into the Baba swing, so it's fun. Last week, nice. I know the list of games is never ending. So, oh, I have to take this path. Okay, so similar to what am I saying here? Similar to previous levels, it looks like we have 2 different segments. So I'm guessing if we go to this puzzle, we're gonna get introduced with another new mechanic. Let's take a look at it. Pick it. If it's as interesting and tough, yeah. There's a new word here, make. Maybe make is not as tough as on was. But either way, I do need to take a... We're not going to be on too much longer. I kind of need to stop in about 15 minutes or so. But I would like to get one more in. It's just a question of, do we do this one? Or do we stick with the word that we already learned? What the heck is moon? Moon is an object. It's like you'll see it, like there'll be an actual moon if we're able to actually create one. Let me, though, I don't want to step into a new keyword. I kind of want to keep, even though we're going out of sequence in terms of numbers, let's stick with on. I think if we go to sorting facility, we will get another on. We will get another on puzzle. That is the way that the developer has been kindly structuring things for us. So I'm going to follow that structure here and deviate from the paint by numbers pattern that we've been doing. Puzzle by numbers, I guess it would be. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Now that we kind of know what is going on with on, can we make sense of this guy? Flag is win. Door is shut and stop. Key is open and push. Rock on water is key. All right. Baba is you, wall is stop. They're giving us a shift. They're giving us a shift. Because it feels like they want us to make the phrase if indeed, right now, I need to tap back to my window. Right now, belt is not shift. Belt is push. Right now, we get to walk around on belt because belt is nothing. So if we are thinking of on as an if statement, the way we want to construct this is we want belt to be shift when or if there is a rock on it. Because I want to be able to shift the rock this way, but push the key out. So can I just say belt on rock is shift? That's the phrase based on what we've learned so far. That should work. And we would also need rock to be push, not shift. Hold on. Because that statement means something different than belt on rock is shift, even though it is legal. I think I have screwed myself though. Hold on. Because I need push to not be up against the wall. Maybe I have not screwed myself actually. Because I can just do this. It's actually okay. All right. It likes both of those. Now, does it work the way that I think it does? I think it does. Water is not sink. Easy game. Boom. Once we learn the rule properly, things are easy. We got time for one more. Let's go. I'm so glad we took the time to understand why that worked, gamer. It looks like flag needs to be win. Baba is you. Belt is shift. Hedge is stop. Text is float. Water is sink. So rock is push. Rock is push. Okay. I was gonna say, what stops us here from just pushing the rock? The naive way of just going and taking the rock up here isn't good enough. We need also another piece of text, because we can't push flag as win. Because water is sink. We need another piece of text here to push flag as win into place. Or the rock, you know. But I think we're probably using the rock to get rid of the water because text is float. They're giving us a lot of stuff to play with, though. They're giving us Kiki, and they're giving us text as well, which can be pretty powerful. Because you could say, you could make a phrase like rock on text. It was then he learned this isn't a relaxing spot like he thought. What happens if we make a phrase Oh, okay. What if we do we even need Kiki? They're giving us a Kiki, but I'm not sure if we need it. Oh, but we do need it because that's our text. That's our text, because what we do here is we say rock on text is push. So now rock is not push because it's not on text. The minute that we make it on text, now it's push. And because text is float, we can make the water sink, and we have a piece of text that gives us our win condition the way we want it to be. I like how they're doing this. There were some other conditions here that I didn't even look at. Kiki on rock is weak. Yeah, like Kiki is actually just a complete red herring, or it's not a red herring. It's needed, but you don't need to actually make Kiki, right? I think some people might get hung up there on trying to think about how do we make Kiki? Let's turn the rock into Kiki. And who knows, maybe there's an alternate solution that actually does that. In our case, we didn't need it because the solution kind of just presented itself, which it has done so far in each of these puzzles if you understand on. If you have what I think we have now, a proper understanding of the word on, once you have that, the puzzles make sense. I'll be interested to watch some other people to see how much of a sticking point this is. This could be another one of these spots where not having, if you are not somebody with a programming background and thinking in terms of those sorts of constructs like an if statement, maybe on would be a little bit tougher. I mean, we were still having a tough time with it, right? Just getting our heads around it. We really were in just like experiment, play around with stuff mode. And once we played around with stuff and something worked, then we're like, okay, why does that work? But that why is very important. I think we're going to call that a stream. We made a lot of progress today, way more than I was expecting, especially compared to yesterday's. We just didn't have the sleep. I didn't have proper sleep yesterday, and so trying to do Baba yesterday was probably a mistake. Today was a lot better.